Hey, Group 2. This is Kara Bond coming at you from Lexington, Kentucky at a National Advising Conference. So I am on flights tomorrow, so I'm just going to get this over with because public speaking is not my strength. But as I've learned from my book, Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, you've just got to lean into those uncomfortable situations and work through it. But she helps you do that in such incredible ways. I have never been a reader, so, and definitely never for fun. I've always just had this weird aspect of learning, I think, that I'm realizing through this class, that it was always forced, and so I refused to do anything after that. But I've definitely found so much enjoyment in reading this, and so I really think maybe this was just a good thing at the right class at the right time for just realizing that and how much you can learn in 5 weeks. So I didn't pick, my boss picked Dare to Lead by Brene Brown, and she just spoke so highly of it, and I trust my boss a lot. So I took it, and I'm not a good reader, but Brene even mentions that she wanted this to be an easy read because she's passionate about it, and she wants to help really as many people. You know, it's like once you've got this knowledge, you want to get it out there. And so it was easy for me to understand and interpret and everything like that. And it hit home in a lot of ways. She's just very personable. She's a researcher from Houston, and I think still works for University of Houston. She has previous books, and so this is like in addition to and overviews a lot of her old research. So I didn't feel like I was missing anything when I read this as my first book of hers, because she summarizes previous research, and she has a lot of research, like 20 years of research. So she knows what she's doing, and that also altered her learning and research trajectories, and she talks about that. She's got one of the most watched TED Talks, and that you can find on YouTube. I actually watched it only last night, and I think it was like 11 million views. And then she also has a new Netflix documentary, and I was excited, and I made my husband watch it with me, and it was a little hard for him to understand because he didn't have any background from him, but then she got into the meat and potatoes of her stuff, and that still hit home and resonated with him in a lot of different ways. So I think the book helps, and it is an easier read. It was like 272 pages, because I count that because I'm not a reader, and I just flew by, and it was so enjoyable to read. Let's see. And it just was applicable in all parts of my life. So in my personal life with my husband, and with friendships, and then also especially at work. Just like what isn't aligning to make my workplace the best possible setting, and it just breaks down what we don't think is the foundation of that, or just really how important trust is, and how you build trust. And it's not just something you can say and immediately do. You need to build it. I am such an intimidated person in all aspects of my life. My family's really smart, and so I think I've always had that, like, I'm not as smart as them, and I'm the youngest. So it really helped define and shift that lens of how to handle those situations of inadequacy, why I feel inadequate, and really as we are going through this and the class, the Keegan stages of development, like, so both of those really tied in really well and helped even further drive these understandings that I make, these meaning making situations that I've experienced in just these 5 weeks. My boss and my coworker have read the book, so I think our next developmental day will probably take some of her theories into account. And she has a great website too. So if you just wanted to start with her website, it's got printable posters for classrooms or other situations about her stuff. I saw just now there's monthly things that she gives for free. So right now there's two chapters of her older books that are free on audio right now that you can download, but also has worksheets and stuff that you can print out for your workplace. And so I think that's just such a neat thing. And I've this is one of the best bosses I've ever had. And so I'm very nervous that if she ever leaves, which I know she will eventually, but really after reading this book, if I ever get into the situations that I've been in previously with bad management or untrusting areas, I would directly revert back to this and probably make some people read it, as well as being able to print out free take home so you can take that and drive what she's trying to teach even further. And just that it's not my job to worry about other people's feelings. I was going for psychiatry when I was younger and just realized that I would take home all of those situations and internalize. And this book's really helped me to know that it's not my job to worry about others people's feelings and how they've handled it. And I'm making assumptions by thinking they're mad at me, which has been some of my main issues in workplace settings and friendships and stuff like that. So that's just been enlightening. And I've had so many moments where I've been reading and I just have to look up and just take a moment to realize like that this is defining and pinpointing some of the issues I've had in my life. So one quote I wrote down about integrity from her book, and it says, because that is integrity, choosing courage over comfort, choosing what's right over what's fun, fast, or easy. And it's practicing your values, not just professing them. So it's just, I think, just a great moral compass for workplace settings and everything like that. And so 100% a must read from her. So I appreciate working with all y'all in just 5 short weeks, and I look forward to seeing what everybody else had a chance to read about, because now I'm a reader. And so I need to start a book list. I've never even had a book list, so but I'm excited for these transitions and my #learning trajectory to shift this summer. So thanks for being a great group, y'all.